The armor building complex is definitely one of the best workouts that you can do for a whole body workout, as it allows you to continue to work on your muscular hypertrophy and strength, and at the same time challenge your conditioning as well. So it's a really good workout that you can do to maintain and grow your muscles while losing some body fat at the same time. For those of you who are not familiar with the armor building complex, it's basically double kettlebells. You perform 2 kettlebell cleans, followed by 1 kettlebell overhead press, and then followed by 3 front squats, back to back to back. And then you set the weights down. This is a workout that was created by a trainer and a coach named Dan John, who is an expert strength training conditioning coach and is a big proponent of kettlebell workouts and training. I have mentioned in my previous videos, one of the best ways that you can perform this workout is to do an EMOM style workout, which is every minute on the minute. So what that means is you set a timer so that your timer would beep every minute. And at the start of every minute, you perform the kettlebell complex, 2 cleans, 1 overhead press, 3 front squats. You set the weights down, and then for the remainder of that minute, you rest. And once the following minute starts, you perform the complex again. You can do this for anywhere between 15, 20, 30, even 45 minutes if you really want to push it. So here, what I'm doing is I'm using a set of 24 kilogram kettlebells, 1 on each hand. So that means the total weight that I'm handling are 48 kilograms. And I'm doing 25 sets, which means it'll only take me 25 minutes to complete the exercise. One of the things that I really like about this workout is it's actually very time efficient. So in 25 minutes, you can really get a lot of work in, as opposed to other ways of training. I personally like to throw in this workout in between my actual lifting days. So if you go to my channel, you can see a lot of the full body workout videos that I upload. Those are the videos, the workouts that I do 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then the days in between, so my Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would do some kind of active recovery workout. So typically it could be some kind of a boxing workout or a stretch and mobility routine that I do, maybe just 30 minutes in the morning. Sometimes if I'm feeling up for it, I'm not too tired, I feel that I want to push myself a little bit harder and I want to challenge my muscle and strength and conditioning, I do this workout, the armor building complex. On other times, maybe I get bored with my regular 3-day full body workout and I would replace one of my full body workouts with this workout. And then I would just push the time to 30 or 40 minutes, which is really a lot of volume if you think about it. Because if you do 40 minutes of EMOM style armor building complex, what that means is at the end of the workout, you would have completed 80 double kettlebell cleans, 40 double kettlebell overhead presses, and 120 double kettlebell front squats, which is a lot of volume in 40 minutes. This kind of workout, you don't really feel too tired or too exhausted in the beginning of the workout, but as the workout progresses, once you hit your 15th, 20th minute, you really start to feel quite fatigued, actually. And you'll be able to feel the muscles in your legs, particularly the front squats, and the overall conditioning and endurance really going to get challenged by this workout. And because of the nature of the exercise, you're hauling around these heavy weights basically. So what that means is you're still working on your strength and challenging your muscles, as opposed to something like running or jogging, where it's almost purely an endurance or conditioning workout, right? This one combines both muscular strength as well as endurance and conditioning. So again, this is a workout that I really like to do every now and then. I just throw it in there between my actual lifting days, full body workout days, or I would replace one of them with this particular workout. I think that it's a really nice way to integrate fitness and exercise into your daily lifestyle. I've spoken about this before in one of my previous videos, my sort of approach into exercise and working out in general. In my mind, fitness should not have a goal because it's not something that you're trying to attain and reach a particular endpoint. I think fitness it should just be a part of your life. It ends basically when you die, right? So it should be a part of your daily life, just like eating and drinking, taking a shower, brushing your teeth. It should just be a part of your daily life. And therefore, because of that, it doesn't really have a goal, right? I think a lot of people have this idea that fitness goals are something that they need to define and they need to reach onto. There's a target, there's an end goal that they need to get to, whether it's a certain type of look, whether it's some kind of number on the scale. But then what happens once you get to that point, right? You set yourself for another goal and another and another. But the truth is, it's impossible to continue to outdo yourself infinitely, right? Our bodies have a limit. We have strength limits, we have endurance limits, conditioning limits. It's not limitless. Even if you are using performance enhancing drugs or any substances that increase your performance, recovery, strength, power, endurance, right? There is still a limitation to your body. So people who say, you always continue to progress and the name of the game is progressive overload, you're always going to have to continue outdoing yourself, work harder than before. I think there is a limit to that, right? It's impossible to linearly progress and always outperform yourself week after week after week after week. It's impossible, right? And not only that, life happens, right? Sometimes you just don't feel so good. You don't feel that you can really push yourself on that day, right? So you just do your best. That's why if you have this mindset that exercise is just a part of your daily life and daily routine, you don't have to worry about missing out a workout. You don't have to worry about not performing as good as you did last week or the week before that, right? The only thing that matters to you is that today you're doing your best. And your best today is good enough, right? You don't need to beat yourself. You don't need to beat your body up in order to be healthy, because I think the name of the game is to be healthy for as long as you can. Be strong, be mobile, be agile, have good coordination well into your later parts of your life. I think one of the things that we don't see in fitness professionals is we don't see the damages that they've done to their body. A lot of them have chronic pain, back issues, knee issues, right? We just don't know about these things because they're never really talked about. Some people have talked about them, but most people don't. We don't see how painful it is for them to get out of bed, We don't see how many times they have to go to a therapist or to go to see a doctor or have surgery, disc replacement surgery in their backs, all of those things from years and years of beating their body down, lifting heavy weights, heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, all these things just to chase a number. It's a different story if you're a professional powerlifter or bodybuilder where it is your career and therefore you do have a goal, right? You are trying to hit that number. You are trying to reduce your body fat down to that percentage so that you look as shredded as you can be on stage, right? So that you can snatch or deadlift or bench press or squat that weight so you can beat everybody else in your powerlifting meet. In that case, yes, you have a goal when you train. But for most of us, including myself, who are just average guy, have a job, 9 to 5, have to go to work, come home, take care of your family, got wife and kids, we don't have a goal in our fitness journey. Our fitness journey is just a part of our life journey, right? We just want to be healthy so we can play with our kids, right? So we can continue to support our family, so we can continue to grow and watch our kids grow up. And once they get old enough, we can play with them. Once they get even older, we don't want to be frail and be falling apart so that, we can't enjoy being with our family anymore. And that's one of the reasons why I have sort of ended up training the way that I'm training and promoting on the videos that I've been posting. When I was much younger, I had been on that bandwagon, which is training for bodybuilding, watching my diet like a psychopath, basically, counting every kind of gram of carb and protein and fats and counting my calories, right? And I was also trying to reach a certain sort of a number in my deadlift, in my squat, in my bench press, right? And I've also mentioned this in one of my previous videos. I realized years ago, as soon as I was nearing my 30s and in my early 30s, I just kept getting injured more and more often. I wasn't doing them in any sort of particularly wrong way. I wasn't squatting in the wrong way or deadlifting the wrong way, but I just kept getting injured more often. The frequency of injury started to go up quite a bit. When I was much younger, you would get injured maybe once every couple of years or something. And even when you did get injured, you'd recover pretty quickly. In a couple of weeks, even a pretty bad injury, couple of weeks, a month tops, you're good to go, right? But once you're around your 30s, even a small wrist injury, I remember I had a small wrist injury. It took me like half a year just to recover from that. I wasn't able to turn my wrist into a certain direction just because I tripped and supported my body from falling using my wrist, using my hand basically. So these kinds of things made me reconsider my approach to training, right? Made me reconsider my approach to fitness, because I have been training since I was very young. I never stopped, but I've been through many, many different programs and different ways to train. And for now, at this stage of my life, and I think well into the future, this is probably the most sustainable way of integrating strength training into my life. And I think this applies to a lot of, if not most, regular average guys, because a lot of my friends are in the same boat with me, right? I started training this way, and then they asked me to kind of write workout programs for them and give some ideas on how to integrate daily training and develop a more active lifestyle so that they can sort of improve their overall health and fitness. I don't go on any particular diet, watch what I eat up to a point where fitness models or bodybuilders would do. Of course, I try to watch what I eat and eat as healthily as I can and try to avoid processed foods and sweets as much as I can. But again, you live life, you hang out with your friends and family. You just eat things that are available, things that you share with your loved ones, right? You share a meal together, and you just don't have to sweat it. You don't have to sweat that you didn't meet your macros today, you didn't meet your protein intake today. All of those things I found over the years to be so unnecessary, you know. And if you look at my physique at this stage, for example, in this particular video, you can see that I am carrying quite a bit of belly fat, right? I'm for sure far away from being shredded. But for an average person who is not a fitness professional, I feel pretty good, right? I feel healthy. I don't feel drained and dehydrated. I don't feel like I'm malnourished. I'm cutting my calorie intake, low on energy. I don't feel sluggish. I feel good. I feel strong, and I feel energized. And I think those are great signs of overall well-being, not only physically but also mentally. Right. So coming back to my training modalities, that's why I really like working out at home, particularly outdoors, and just using simple body weight exercises and kettlebell exercises. For me, these are good enough to maintain and develop strength, skills, and mobility. And there are so many varieties that you can do to keep your workouts kind of fun and interesting and slightly different. Have little sort of things that you look forward to, maybe a new skill that you're learning, maybe try to be a little more explosive or try to improve your technique a little bit, right? All of those things are sort of things that you can look forward into in your daily life while you're training. So again, I'm not trying to, let's say, achieve a certain look or achieve a certain level of strength or a certain level of endurance, right? It's really training to be a part of, let's say it's really about looking at training as a part of your daily life. I think this is a really important mindset to have in order for this to be a sustainable part of your life that you can do way into your the later stages of your life. Right? I think workouts are part of your daily life. They're not supposed to be an intervention where for 1 hour of the day you do this particular thing. You go so intense, so hardcore. You have this mindset like, go hard or go home, right? Don't be a bitch and just, just keep outdoing yourself, right? Don't be a loser. You're not tired. Keep pushing it out. Squeeze another rep in. I mean, yeah, you can do that from time to time. Occasionally, if you're feeling really good on that particular day, or you just feel like you really want to push yourself. But if you try to do this frequently in your workouts, you're gonna get burned out so fast because that's what happened to me, right? I tried to push myself, and it wasn't just a physical burnout. The mental burnout makes it very difficult to continue and maintain a workout program. For me, I'm much happier in general training the way I'm training now. I don't sweat it if I don't hit a certain number of reps, if I don't hit a certain number of weights that I'm lifting, I don't sweat it at all because I know that my strength level is still there. I'll get it on my next workout, all right? And it's okay. At the end of the day, after I work out, I feel great. Continue with my day. I can be active and do my job, work with my colleagues, come back to my family. I don't feel so sore, right? I used to take pride in not being able to sit on the toilet because my hamstrings were in so much pain after heavy squats and deadlifts, right? There was a saying, I forgot what it was, but if you're not in pain while you're sitting on the toilet, you haven't really squatted for real, or something like that, right? I remember when I was squatting so heavy, going up and down the staircase was so difficult. Sometimes my legs would just give out. I would be walking down the stairs and one of my legs would just give out because I was so exhausted. My legs were in so much pain. And I took that as a great sign, right? I thought, yeah, that is an indication of intensity, right? And that's what I need to have in my life. I used to have this kind of mindset. But looking back at all of that, now my conclusion at this point is, man, that was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. It's completely pointless. I completely bought into the commercialization of health and fitness without really kind of understanding that a fitness journey is a very personal one. It's whatever is appropriate for you, whatever gives you the best fulfillment in life that allows you to enjoy your life to the fullest, outside of everything, being with your friends, your family, and people that you care about. That's the reason why we do this thing, so that we continue to be healthy. The other thing that I find to be completely commercialized is diet and the need of protein to build muscle, right? It's almost gospel, basically. Oh, you need 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight, 2 grams of protein per pound of targeted body weight, all of these things, and you measure out everything that you eat, trying to hit that number. I did all of that, and you know what? I think, for me, it wasn't worth it at all, because again, I'm not a fitness professional. I wasn't aiming for a photo shoot. I wasn't trying to get into a certain body fat percentage. I wasn't trying to get into a certain sort of muscular size, right? And it was such a pain in the ass, and I kept chugging food and supplements down in my body that I didn't need, right? Casein protein before I went to sleep, whey protein after workout, BCAAs, just so many supplements, right? And I remember, man, these are supplements, not replacements, right? And I think that was one of the most important things for me to realize as well, is that supplements are not meant to replace. They're meant to supplement your meals. So you got to get your meals right first, right? Just eat natural foods, whole foods as much as you can. Eat healthy foods, rice, beans, potatoes, vegetables, chicken, fish, beef, right? Eat healthy stuff. Avoid artificial foods and processed foods as much as you can. And then if you feel that you want to have a little bit more protein, you can have some protein shake every now and then. It's okay, right? It's not going to affect your body in a negative way. But stressing over it for sure will, right? Okay, so I've been ranting for like almost half an hour basically throughout the entire workout. 25 minutes, kettlebell armor building complex, build muscle, build conditioning, get it done, right? And yeah, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. I think this is the last. Yeah, no more. Finished.